What did you do in the offseason? Just walk us through that, what you worked on, what the staff had you doing.
So for the majority of the offseason before we got back to campus, I was actually out in San Antonio working out with Javin and his father, just trying to better my game and learn more about basketball, especially from the mental side of things, as well as doing some stuff differently off the court in terms of conditioning, such as like kickboxing and yoga. So really had a great experience working out down there.
Obviously, they're going to really depend on you in the middle this year. It's a totally different concept, and you've got two guys down there that are expected to play a lot of minutes. How does it change things for you this year, or what do you expect your role to be?
My role, is to really just be an upperclassman and lead these young guys as we battle through this challenging season. And in terms of playing, it's a bigger step up for me personally in terms of fulfilling a team need. But I'm excited about it, and I feel prepared for it.
You mentioned leading the young guys. Like, how much of a responsibility do you feel in that respect on this? Because this is obviously going to be a pretty young team. And at what point did it kind of come to you that, like, hey, it's kind of on me?
It's an interesting question. Marquise and I have a lot of moments like that where we kind of realize we're the old heads around here now, which is funny because it feels like we're stepping on campus ourselves. But fortunately, these young guys have been tremendous so far. They've been an incredibly mature group who's really ready to work and just tremendously talented. So they've made our job pretty easy.
What was one of those moments?
I remember we were sitting or standing on the court rather, shooting around, and freshmen came up and just asked about conditioning after practice, and they were like, or Saturday practice, and they're like, "Do you have practice on Saturdays?" And we just started laughing. Like, they're so young, like they don't know. But it's just little stuff like that that really sticks out, and other things on the court, like knowing how to talk and just knowing our defensive schemes, where you realize just the difference in age.
What kind of vibe or feeling do you get from this group of freshmen as compared to the last two? This is the third big class you guys have been part of.
These guys, every freshman class has been here since I've been here. They're tremendously talented. These guys are especially close, I would say, as a group, and they work really hard and are really willing to listen. I think that's been their biggest attribute so far. They're just soaking everything in from coaches, from the older players. They're just wanting to get better.
Talk is something we heard quite a lot about last year. What did you guys take from that, and what are you and Marquise doing to kind of remedy that this year?
The earlier we can stress the importance of communication, the better for us as a team. So we tell them right now, if we learn to talk now, it's going to be way better than trying to learn to talk when we're guarding pick and rolls in the ACC. So we're just trying to avoid the inevitable. The sooner we do it, the better it is.
Jeff, after what happened with you guys were supposed to go on that trip last year, what do you hope to take out of this trip next week as far as playing together, and especially with so many new people?
It's going to be an exciting time for us because one of the rare occasions where it's not only the freshmen but the upperclassmen's first experience with something. This is the first time we've gone abroad. And it's going to be great for us to, after 6 weeks of hard work, to play against somebody else, to play, in a real game. It'll be really fun. We're really excited.
Has RJ told you much what to expect when you get up to Canada?
No, RJ hasn't really divulged much about Canada's secrets, but we're trying to get it out of him.
What's your early impressions of his game so far?
RJ's tremendous. Great passer, great athlete, really skilled at getting to the rim. Great jump shot. He's really, really well-rounded as a player.
You mentioned players need to be vocal, and Coach K is big on that. Who are the more vocal players on this team thus far?
So far, I would just say from all the upperclassmen, but that's just because the freshmen are new to this and they just haven't learned it yet. But they're doing a good job and they're coming along quickly.
What did you get out of the workouts with Justin and his dad?
Really just from a mindset perspective, I really thought about the game in a different way, and I'm starting to pay much more attention to details. Before, I would, obviously think about the game, but never to the level that he described to me, which was great. Having one of the best to ever play, try and walk you through mentally the process of trying to get better is an invaluable tool.
Did you get on the court and go one-on-one against him at all, or?
Not one-on-one, full go, but we did some drills. He taught me a lot of stuff. It was great.
He can still play, or?
Oh yeah, he's still quite an athlete.
Did y'all like watch film too? Because it seems like you're talking about on more of a cerebral level.
Film, not film like you would think of it from a coaching perspective. We watched, just tape or reruns of some old games, and he would point out certain things. But it was more like when we're on the court, thinking about where you want to get the ball, how to read the defender, things like that.
Had you done that before?
Not like, for example, the question he asked me when I first got there, he goes, "Where's your favorite spot to get the ball?" I don't know. He goes, "Well, you need to know." And I was like, "Well, that's something I never thought about before. And where are my spots where I can really score and be effective?"
What have the differences been in the staff? You've lost Cable to Pittsburgh. You've got Chris Kerwell coming aboard. Speak to that a minute, and just what it's been like with a little bit of a different staff.
Obviously it's a bit different with Coach Cable being gone. Great coach, tremendous personality. But Sewell's come in. Sewell's been awesome for us. Fits right in with the team and has been really helping us get better. It motivates us in the gym every day, and it's been great.
How long were you in San Antonio, and how often do you guys work, every day? Or
So I was in San Antonio for close to 3 weeks out of the 6 that we got off. And we were in the gym about every day. Did some kickboxing or yoga about 2 or 3 times a week.
Where did the kickboxing? I've heard of yoga being used by those players, but
kickboxing, just another alternative form of cardio, and it's great because you really learn a lot about your body when you're fighting someone. Learn, how long you are, distance, and how to read people's movements. So it really translates well to the court.
Last one for Javin.
Did you spar with David Robinson?
I did. He kicks pretty hard, not gonna lie.
Thanks, Barry.
thanks, Jeff.